Hey guys, this is Guy again, today with my black shirt. Okay, so I got good news for you and a new challenge. The good news are that I got this thing set up, this nice thing set up, and I will share you with some of my observations. And the new challenge is that it might not be that I will be able to do a flight test so soon, because this is a beta one, and I found out that two of the motors I cannot open those hooks, so I need still to figure out what to do. So let's go down to see all those observations that I would like to share with you. Okay, so first of all, let's go over the instructions again, the one pager that we got. So this is very important. I will show you in a minute those switches. So in order to set up the flight control and connect to CleanFlight, you must do this setup on the switches. The same goes for the OSD, as for configuration of the OSD, not the in-flight. If you would like to change the PIDs, you will be able to do that on normal flight, and you must use the normal flight configuration or setup here for the switches when you go out to fly. Now, one more thing is the receiver. So as you can see here, the receiver here, if you got CPPM receiver, so you're going to connect that to the receiver, and then you're going to set up 2 or 3 channels or auxiliaries. The first one would be for the flight mode, so you set it up on the transmitter, but you're gonna set it up also on CleanFlight, so CleanFlight will know, or the flight controller will know that this switch is gonna change, the flight modes. And then auxiliary 2 or channel number 6, this is important. Channel number 6, you're gonna set it up on the transmitter, because this is the one, without CleanFlight, this is the one that control the gimbal. I also set up another auxiliary for the buzzer to operate using a switch. I will show it to you guys. Now we spoke about the switches. So the switches can be found here. I hope you can see that. So you're just taking a little screw and change the switches accordingly. Okay, and this is where you connect, and you must use the supplied wires. This is the connector to the receiver, to the board itself. And here you can see that I have set it up using the CPPM here, and one of the channel 6, I connect here. So the CPPM is kind of in charge for all the channels, and the CPPM until the 4 channels, and the CPPM is so this is the CPPM, and this channel number 6 is the one that gonna change the gimbal here. So this is it. I was wondering where to put the battery. Then I saw one of the pictures that you see all the LED lights, but you cannot see the battery, so I assume they put it over here. So it's a nice place to put the battery, and I think that it's good if you have a flat battery like this one, because all the 4S LiPo usually are more thick than that. So this one I managed to put it, and you know that it can stand and not be too big, but that one for Gen Ace, it's too thick, so I need to figure out how to use that one here as well. I put the receiver just here. I didn't figure out another place to put it, so this is where I put it currently. Okay, so let me show you how I figured in the Taranis. So I got a Taranis. So as you can see in the mixers, you're gonna see that everything is defined 1 to 4. What you got here is the throttle and the aileron and the pitch for the elevator and the yaw, and then channel 5 is the flight mode, and channel 6 is the gimbal I set it up, and the buzzer is at channel 7. So this is how I set up in the Taranis. Now let me connect to the CleanFlight, and hopefully I will be able to show you the CleanFlight from the laptop. 1 second. Let me connect it. So you don't need to use the battery, you can just connect it directly. And here you see it, you can move it and everything is working. Now I will go to the modes, and in the modes you can see that you got the angle mode and the horizon mode, and if I'm going to play with a switch you're going to see those ranges. And if I'm going down, and this was auxiliary 1 and auxiliary 3, this is the one that I put for the beeper or the buzzer. And if I would play with the switches, you're gonna see that it's gonna be changed. So this is for the configuration I made, all my observations of what I think that I would like to share with you. I'm going to connect the battery just to show you guys how this works. I'm in the gimbal, so now it points down. You can see it got 3 stages. This is the when we're going to fly like a racer. This is when coming to landing, and that one I didn't quite figure out, but I don't know if you want to fly and to look down, but I don't think that I'm going to use that. So this is how it goes, and it's kind of, you know, moving when I move it. It's gonna be very interesting to fly and to see, because this is kind of a new mode that we're gonna have to adjust to it. But again, this is nice little mini, built nice. The more I play with it, I would like to make, you know, a test flight with it, but now I need to figure out how to open it, because this is really stuck. Okay guys, if you have any questions, please ask. Thank you and see you next time.